back to my channel. This is Kristen with Monarch Plans, and today I'm doing my plan with me for the week of October 31st through November 6th. I am still in my Erin Condren Focus Teacher Planner, if you are wondering what planner this is. And this week I contemplated using a kit that was like more November themed, like not Halloween themed. And I just really wanted to keep going with the Halloween themed kits. So I have kit 341 from my shop. I also have a couple associated sheets. I have the additional assorted boxes. I have the sidebar, the headers, and the full boxes here. So I will be using this kit and figured it was the last week that I could use a Halloween kit for the month. So, or actually for the year, obviously. So I wanted to go ahead and use it this week. So I am going to just get started. I have a couple washi strips here. And I think I'll just start over on this side. I'm super excited. I have a very busy week this week. I just kind of pre-planned, just kind of wrote a few things down on my iPad just to prep for this video. I like to at least have an idea of what my week is going to look like before I start putting things down in my planner. And I actually have a very busy week. I'm very surprised. I obviously have some stuff for my shop. I have a few things for work. We're heading into busy season at work, which usually lasts from like, I want to say like November, for me, November through probably like February or March. And then I will be able to kind of step back a little bit. So we're kind of heading into busy season. And then also obviously Halloween. And I am finishing up processing orders this weekend. I have a sale happening in my shop. So I'm going to be processing orders from that this week as well. So a lot of different things going on. I think it's going to be a really good week though. I don't know. There's like one of those feelings when I was laying things out, I was like, okay, I think it's going to be a really good one. So I'm kind of excited. So I don't know what it is. Some weeks where I'm like, oh my gosh, this week is just going to be long and kind of rough. But this time I have a pretty good feeling. Okay, I'm going to put down candy corn washi here. I don't particularly like candy corn, so not sure why I like this washi so much, but I think it's just very fun, cute washi and a cute kit in general. I had 2 different Halloween themed kits this year because it's one of my favorite holidays, but definitely my favorite season is fall. So I figured I would kind of create kits, just like extra kits, I guess you could say. So that is what I'm doing with that. I'm also really excited because I'm filming a day in the life, which I might say that and then end up not posting it and I'll feel kind of bad. But I am posting a day in the life today. Just a little vlog. I woke up and wasn't really expecting to post a vlog, but I started kind of filming because I was like, you know, this is kind of the perfect day for me to do it because I have a sale going on. I'm filming. I'm doing a lot of stuff like around the house and at home. So I figured it was really the perfect day to do a day in the life. So I have this like film inception going right now. And I have like a camera over there filming me doing this like from the side, you guys up there. It's just very, very weird. So I am good to go with washi. Okay, sorry about that. I wanted to kind of like move the camera a little bit because it was kind of like a really weird angle and I was sitting at a weird angle for some reason. But let me put together my sidebar. I'm just going to put this cute little purple like ghost box up here. I really like the little ghosts with like the witch hats. I thought that was really cute. So I'll do the rest of the sidebar really quickly. I have my this week sticker. I feel really like well prepared for this plan with me too. And it's just kind of strange. Like sometimes I'll start filming and realize like I didn't really think through what I wanted to include like in the sidebar. and all of that stuff. And this week I know what I'm including. So that is really, really good. In terms of the rest of the sidebar, I think I will do a list here, and I think I'll do meals in here. So I think I'll do this purple meals one. And then I have really liked doing, well, I'm going to do some habit trackers. So I guess let me do that first. So I'm just going to start them here. And I think I'm going to do all 4 of them. Because I actually have things I'm trying to track this week. Do this orange one. We'll do, I think, the purple and then the lighter orange. And then this one. And I really have I've liked doing that like next week section, but I don't really know if I have room this time to do like a next week list. So I don't know if there's like a better place to do that. I'm not quite sure. I guess I'll kind of brainstorm that later. I'm going to put the little dots on my headers here. I am just so stunned that it's already November. I say it all the time. Every single time there's like a new month, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already, March or June or whatever. But this year has gone by extremely quickly. Like I keep thinking about like, okay, what were we doing, like 6 months ago? And it just seems like all of that stuff was literally like just a couple weeks ago. I don't know. So strange. So I'll put in my headers now. And they're this like off orange color. I don't know necessarily if that like looks the best with the 2 oranges next to each other, but that is okay. I don't mind. I think it'll all come together at the end when I'm like using all of the stickers together. For a couple kits, the ones I offered, my December kits that I released like a couple, I don't know, I guess like a week ago now, I included a couple different header colors so you can decide like what you think would look best. So I think I might do that going forward, is at least just offer like some options, because people use these kits differently. Some people use like the thin washi at the top. Some people use the thick washi at the top. I want people to be able to decide what they think would go the best in their spreads. I also am doing just like a few little things where I'm going to try and do like strip headers, check boxes, stuff like that I think would be helpful, that I haven't included in my kits in the past, but I think would be kind of nice to include. There'll be an add-on also because there's like different sizes of add-ons that need to be included. Like in terms of check boxes, not all check boxes are the same, distance apart and all that kind of stuff. So I will have some extra add-ons, I think, coming up here sometime soon. I'm not doing like full kit reformats though in January. I do my full kit reformats like in June. So that's something where we'll just have to wait a little while for the reformats. I think I'll do some washi up here. I've done this a few times recently. Okay, so there is the weekend. Other than that, I also need to think about where to put these boxes, because I do want to use the full boxes. I really like the little ghosts, and then they have candy corn with the pumpkins and like the little bins for Halloween. But I also kind of wanted to use just like a box for Halloween. But I guess I will put at least this right there. I'm gonna do a full box for Saturday. I have my January new releases coming out on Saturday, so I'm excited for that date, but that just means it's going to be a very busy week, especially with the sale ending on Monday. So I'll be like processing orders, making sure everything's ready for new releases, all of that stuff. I don't think I have anything else big that requires like one of these big boxes. So I think I will just start putting in some of these other ones. I think I'll do these little candy buckets, which I really love. Little orange ghosts. Or I think I'll do the pink bats on that side. I'll do the orange ghosts over here. There's that. White pumpkins here. I like to try to kind of like stagger the colors, like the background color of this is white. I don't want like two white boxes to be right next to each other, so I try to kind of mix things up a little bit if I can. So we'll do that. And then on Sunday, I think I will put this little like list thing, and maybe I'll do my next week stuff on here. Maybe that's how I'll do it. My list of things that we need to do next week. And the little next week sticker is also purple, so that kind of works out perfectly. Okay, so I think we are pretty good to start putting in some of the different boxes and everything. So I think I'll do a box here, maybe up here for filming, because Fridays end up being pretty much purely for Monarch plans, so I don't really have to worry about like putting anything else on here. In terms of other things, I think I will hold off, and I'm going to start like writing things on here first, and then I can put them into the planner. So let me start. I'll get all of these kind of together so I can write on my labels. At 9 o'clock, I have a check-in call for work. And then on Wednesday, I have a meeting at 2 o'clock. And then on Thursday, I have another little meeting. The meeting on Wednesday is an in-office meeting, so I'll have to go in to the office probably in the afternoon on Wednesday, which is okay. The only other thing is I have a Club Moxie meeting, kind of like a training. On Thursday, and then Andrew has his bowling at 6 o'clock on Thursday also. And so that is it for like actual timed appointments and everything, or like set appointments. So I don't need probably any more of the appointment labels. So I think I'm done with those. What I'm going to put in these 3 boxes though, I'm going to write in my videos. So I think I'm going to just assume that I'm going to publish my day in the life. I don't know. I've done vlogs. I've done a couple vlogs before, mainly around Go Wild, and that was great. But it still just really intimidates me, even though I felt pretty good about doing my my Go Wild vlog and everything. I still just gives me like anxiety thinking about filming myself. So I just haven't done it, and I'm really nervous about how the day in the life is going to turn out. So I have my 3 videos there. I have a box where I'm going to put my new releases. And then I think what I'll do is I'm going to use like one of these boxes here to do like a little like trick-or-treating. And what we usually do here, I know I've mentioned this before, but what we usually do is the weather is always really nice. So we will usually just sit out on our driveway with our big bucket of candy with some lawn chairs and everything, and our neighbors do the same. And then people just walk by, and it makes it so we don't have to bother our dogs when they're inside. So we usually just sit outside. I think I mentioned in a video before that we get candy for the kids, but we also, since we know a lot of our neighbors and we've met them and hung out with them before, we get White Claws and we hand them out to our friends in the neighborhood when they come by with their kids. So they can have their own little like treat when they come by our house if they want. But we're a pretty small neighborhood. We're definitely like a subdivision with a bunch of houses and everything, but it's kind of like a tight-knit little neighborhood where we know some of like our immediate neighbors pretty well. We like to watch Bachelor in Paradise, which is like the only reality TV show that we really end up watching. I don't even really watch the actual like Bachelor franchise stuff. So it's kind of weird, but Andrew especially thinks that Bachelor in Paradise is just kind of hilarious. So we do watch that when it's on. So like Monday and Tuesday or something like that, we'll usually try to watch if we can. And other than that, I just have a couple little reminders that I want to write in here. On Sunday, my sister and dad, who live in Washington, they will be turning their clocks back an hour on Sunday versus Arizona doesn't change our time at all, but I like to put that in my planner so I can remember when I call them that they're an hour earlier than us, because it's never fun when I call them and realize that it's like earlier in the morning than I thought. So that will be a good reminder for me. And then the only other thing is on Friday, I want to work on designs and listings pretty much all day because the new releases are coming out on Saturday. So I'm going to write that in, January new releases. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'll just go through and start sticking these in the different days, and I'll speed through that because it's not really that interesting to watch me do that. So I'm going to stick all of my appointment labels in, write a few to-do list items, and then I'll be right back to kind of review what it looks like at the very end. So you can kind of see the finished product of my week. So I will be right back in just a few minutes. So I am back. I am going to go through, this is a very busy week. My weeks do not usually look like this at the very beginning, like before the week has even started. So let me go through this really quickly because there's a lot going on. So work stuff is always at the top row here. I only work Monday through Thursday. So I really only need these like 4 boxes for work. And then the weekend over here is really just like home stuff or Monarch Plan stuff. As I'm looking at this, I realize I forgot one sticker. So I'm going to put that in really quickly. So I will do that before we get started. But anyways, for work, I'll just kind of go through each of the rows really quickly. For work, I have a couple project things I need to do. Like I said, it's kind of getting into busy season. So I'll have some tasks to get done, especially in November. I'm trying to get all my stuff done by December. So then I have like somewhat of an easy month in December, and I want to take some time off around Christmas. So fingers crossed we can get that done. But like I said, I have a few meetings. I need to go to the office on Wednesday. So that is kind of in the back of my mind that I don't have time in the afternoon at home on Wednesday to like do things around the house and all that kind of stuff. So work is pretty busy this week. Monday, obviously Halloween. I'll be doing trick-or-treating in our driveway. I will be home, so I'll have everything prepped. I'm going to prep our cooler. We always keep the White Claws and everything in the cooler nice and cold, so we can give those, like I said, to our neighbors. So I'm going to prep the cooler, and then Andrew will probably get home like around, I want to say like 6:30. I don't know, around then. So I'll probably be outside already, just hanging out with the neighbors and all that kind of stuff. So that's my plan for Monday, and we'll see how it goes. One thing to add with that is last year our neighborhood wasn't completely built yet. There were still a bunch of houses under construction, and it was a really busy Halloween. So I'm really excited to see how it goes. But last year was on a weekend. This year it's on a Monday. So maybe that'll make it not as busy, but we'll just see how it goes. Tuesday, I need to do my meal plan and my grocery order to be able to pick up groceries on Wednesday. The Club Moxie workbook is coming out for November on Wednesday afternoon. And then Thursday, we have our Club Moxie call, and then Andrew is going to bowling at 6. So really kind of not necessarily the most busy at home type of thing. I also have a couple TV shows here that we watch. But I'll definitely be using my daily planner to keep on top of like chore stuff during the week, because that's something that I don't have room for in this planner. So just like making sure the kitchen's clean, doing stuff like that throughout the week, I'll be putting that probably in more of my daily planner instead of having it in here. In terms of the weekend at home, I always do coffee time. I get myself a coffee, and I kind of do my weekly planning and my weekend planning on Friday morning. So I have my little coffee time sticker, and then I'll write in like planning time or something like that. This little checkbox is for videos that I need to film for my channel. So I'm gonna do some filming on Friday morning, and then the rest of the day is all designs and listings because I have new releases on Saturday. Those are January kits, so you'll see patterns that are more like winter and New Year's themed for January. So keep that in mind. We're like done with the holiday kits. We're now into more like winter themed, and then very quickly we'll be into spring, which is just insane. And then again on Saturday, just some cleaning things. Once I do my new releases and have those out, I'm going to focus on cleaning up some things around the house. And then Andrew needs to take down the Halloween decorations outside. We really enjoy decorating the outside of our house for Halloween with like lights and stuff like that. So he'll take that stuff down so we don't get in trouble with the HOA. And then Sunday is really just kind of catching up on everything. Garbage day, weekly reflections and goals and stuff like that. The reminder that my dad and sister are falling back, and then just to look at next week. My dad's birthday is next week, so I also need to write in here really quickly that I need to send a card to my dad because it always takes me by surprise. It's like a week or something to get mail up to him. So it's always like, oh yeah, his birthday's next week. And then I remember that I have to, a week in advance, send him mail. And so that's definitely important. And that is about it for home stuff. In terms of the shop, I have a lot of little reminders, but the whole week is really going to be focused on processing orders from this weekend sale, and also getting ready for new releases, which is kind of setting myself up for a very, very, very busy week and a lot of late nights, having both of those things in the same week. But that is okay because I really wanted to have a sale before we got into November and before I really got into the swing of preparing for Black Friday. So for the shop this week, I am needing to turn off my mystery kit on Monday. So that is a little reminder that my mystery kit for October is open until Monday night. So if you wanted to get one of those, I would jump on the shop and get that. That's not part of the sale because those kits are already really discounted. So mystery kit, it's kind of like a fun like Thanksgiving type kit. If you haven't seen it, I have some sneak peeks on my Instagram. And then I also just have on here every single day, print, cut, print, cut, print, cut. Like I'm just going to be, if I'm not printing and cutting for orders from the sale, I'm going to be printing and cutting stock for my new releases. If I'm not cutting stock for my new releases, I'm cutting stock for Black Friday. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing all week in the evenings, all of that stuff. I also wrote in what I'm wanting to put on Instagram every single day just to keep that in the front of my mind. So, a couple like reminders about the sale, some like photos of like my monthlies, my weeklies. I'll do some sneak peeks of the new kits on Thursday and Friday. I also have a few videos coming out. And then on Friday, really, it's just hitting it hard with finishing up designs and listings. Usually designs are done by then, but I always just end up going in and kind of messing with things and making sure everything looks okay. And then I'll also have a bunch of functional new releases out. So that'll be new scripts, new icons, a bunch of different things that I have really had prepared for a really long time and just haven't put them up in the shop yet. So I'm getting those all done as well. And then just a few other things throughout the weekend. I'm trying to kind of take it easy on Sunday, especially. Just if I need to print cut that day, I will. But I really would like to just kind of take that day off if I can. But that's pretty much it. For this last box, this is where I really want to put my movement in. I have been getting back on the Peloton lately. I really took a break because I went on vacation and then I had family in town for a really long time. And then we were prepping for another vacation, which we just went on. And then when we got home, I got sick with a cold. So I have just been like out of the Peloton and all that kind of stuff. So I am getting back into that. And so I want to write down like what ride I do down here when I do that, or like if I go on a walk, how, like what's the distance, all that kind of stuff. So I want some room down here at the bottom for that sort of thing. On the sidebar here, I need to go to the Social Security office, which I have that on here, but I really don't know if I'm going to have time. It would probably have to be on Friday because that's the only weekday that I'm off of work and I could make it. But I'm finally working on changing my name after getting married last year in 2021. We had so many vacations planned and things booked that had my maiden name on them that it was just going to make it way more confusing for me to change my name. And a lot of the things I don't think my name could actually be changed on the bookings. And I just didn't want any issues to arise with that. So we finally don't have anything booked for the next year or anything. So I am going through the process of finally getting my name changed. So that's a really big thing. I'm going to have a lot of like running around to do to the different Social Security offices and the DMV and stuff like that in the next couple weeks. I am wanting to brainstorm some changes to how I identify my listings. So hopefully it makes it a little bit easier to understand. So I need to brainstorm some of that stuff. And then I also need to call my dad. So that's just kind of like a weekly reminder I put in. Movement, eat at home, 24-hour plan, and no spend. Those are things I'll be tracking here. We'll see how it goes. And then finally, just meals, which I haven't done my meal plan. I'll do that on Tuesday, and I'll fill that out at that point. So that is it for this week. I'm going to put this in planner time before I forget. It'll end up being the end of the week before I remember to do that. So that's it for this week. I actually am really liking how this turned out. It's super, super busy. There's a lot of stuff in here, but those are sometimes the most fun to kind of like do stickers and planning and stuff like that for those. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to leave a comment down below, or you can always find me on Instagram. If you aren't familiar, I have all my information in the description box, but my handle is monarch_plans if you'd like to find me on there. But anyways, that is it for this week, and I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.